kill shit. 6 feet.
All right, 6 feet going deep. It's Torius with.
It's William K.
All right, William, why don't you tell us about what you do?
So I don't like calling myself a filmmaker or a rapper or different things. I just like calling myself an artist because I kind of do it all. Like I make beats, make music. I do film. That's where my real passion is short films. I direct music videos. I do different things. It's pretty dope. Yeah. Right now, I got a comic book coming out, NFTs, printed tees, my own website. It's all gonna come out pretty nice.
So you started out drawing?
Yeah, I actually went to Dillard. That's how I actually started. My 9th grade year, I went to Dillard. I was in the AP program for art, and I was drawing everything.
Is that down here? Like, where you
from?
from?
Yeah, it's from Broward. So I'm from Broward.
Okay.
So I'm from. I would say I'm from all over Broward, but I was raised mostly in Miramar, next to Parkway. So yeah, it's pretty nice.
You went to Dillard, because I'm not too familiar with that area.
So
it's like an art school.
It's an art school. So think about, you ever seen Victorious?
Yeah.
On the TV show. So think about Victorious, but for Dillard, but for regular school. It's basically what Dillard was, but for black students to be able to come and express themselves.
It was like an all black school.
There was white people in it, but it was dominant on black people. It was actually pretty nice to be able to create with people who looked like me and other people who didn't look like me, exchange cultures. It's pretty nice. It was a big culture pop.
So, yeah. So you started out drawing.
Yeah, it was drawing, AP art, making drawings on websites, different things. It was pretty nice.
How's that taste? Because I always see it and I always wonder what it's like.
Body armor. I say it was better than Gatorade, to be honest.
For real?
Yeah. One sip of this after a hard you've been out all day. One sip of that's pretty nice.
Was that an energy drink?
I wouldn't say. It's more like a superior hydration. So it's it has all natural fruits, different things inside of it. Or Gatorade, and it would have electrolytes and different vitamin E, vitamin D's. And Gatorade would have only electrolytes and stuff like that. But this was compacted all in one container.
Do you ever drink energy drinks?
Let's say, because I film and everything, so let's say on a late night and gotta cram it all in and get it all done. Make sure I get stuff done. Yeah, I'll drink an energy drink. I
think that's so funny because I started drinking Celsius, right? You ever have those?
Yeah, I had Celsius. It's pretty nice. Celsius is also it's pretty good. This girl introduced me to him, to be honest.
I just think it's funny that I asked you about that because I was watching Jonah Hill on GQ, right? And he was talking about his 5 best favorite things, and he was talking about how when he films and he does when he's a director, he always drinks Celsius because it gives him the energy to direct. Yeah. And I started drinking it because of that. And I think it's funny that I was asking about it.
Yeah, I actually drink this. It does give me energy to do what I gotta do, talk to people because I always feel refreshed after drinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would never really drink Gatorade. I would drink more Powerade, and if it's not Powerade, it's definitely this body armor right here.
So what were you saying about the girl?
She introduced me to Celsius. We went to different parties, went to different stuff like that. I never knew what Celsius was until I met her and I started drinking. It's pretty nice. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope flavor.
Do you ever feel you get too much energy?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel inside it's more everything's heightened. So sometimes I have to push myself back a little bit so that way I don't just spaz out.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because I'm honestly I'm a nerd. I've been a nerd since I was legit. I'm all about anime. I'm all about different things. So it's I would always spaz out in those subjects. So let's say what's going on in Florida with the political power in Florida and stuff like that. I would spaz out in that too. These senses going against Orlando.
Like Jaden Smith.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But there's things you have to know because you got to know what's going on in the world to be able to move and be able to bring in the next generation, especially for your children.
You really feel like that?
What?
You really need to know what's going on?
Yeah, to be honest, I feel you gotta know a little bit of everything. I don't feel you should use social media as your main source. I feel you should at least do your own research and stuff like that. Have your own trusted sources. But you should know, especially with the inflation going up and the demonetizing of $1 and stuff like that. What they did with the dollar and gold.
Demonetize or decentralized?
Decentralized with the dollar, like
Oh,
the dollar and gold and stuff like that. Like when the dollar becomes less value, like crypto's gonna boom when that happens. Like, and that's gonna happen in like 2 years, 3 years. So like, yeah, if you're really paying attention, you really see how inflation's going. Because what the rich is gonna do is just keep letting inflation go so they can get richer. Like, oh, we can do it this time. We can do it this time. We can do it this time. Until finally that one time they shouldn't have done it, it sinks us. So that's what's gonna happen. That's what I feel like is gonna happen. My own opinion.
All right, but look, like bread used to cost like 5 cents, in the past.
Yeah.
But the world didn't end because
it's
bread costs
mostly
$2 now.
It's mostly because a lot more people is coming. Like a lot more people are being born. There's a lot more people being in the world, but it's also has to do with rich corporations not wanting to give out, even though they already see what's going on in society. So it has a lot more to do with the government and rich corporation not helping the people out and making it all their power. Like we have to beg them to be able to do what we need to do, like doing stuff like that.
So you're like against rich people?
I'm not against rich people. I feel like that's the best thing you can ever, like, to be able to work for what you want. I feel like that's amazing. What I am against is suppression and knowing that you're suppressing something because you want something else. That's what I'm against. Because there's always a free way to let other people be able to get out of here.
Wait, what do you mean by suppressing?
So more like, let's say, I'm gonna give you a theory. Let's say I own a chocolate factory, right? And I own all the chocolate beans, right? And I know that I think these chocolates are money. Like, oh, I'm giving it out to my people. People they're saving it up as money and shit like that. But in your country, money's gold. So you're looking at me like, damn, you're a lick. Like I'm gonna go ahead and do whatever I gotta do and save your people, whatever. But this is how I take care of my people. Like this is what we do. But what you're about to do is about to come inside my whole thing, and so you can get yourself richer. Come inside my whole area with my whole people, clean that shit out. Now I got people who are on the floor, don't know how they're gonna eat because you say what my shit is holds no value no more. That's suppressing. That's basically suppressing. You're doing it for yourself so you can get richer and then not have the people like be able to like you're just doing it for you. That's basically suppressing somebody else because you already know that's how they eat. So why would I come inside your area?
Describe me. What is an NFT in your words?
So NFT is a non-fungible transaction. I see NFT for the future for artists. That way they don't have to get deals and stuff like that. So you know how Corley Ray got 9,000 units sold for $10 a pop a unit? I feel like if you did that for NFTs, if you sold those units as NFTs and you just have people buy that one NFT for $10 a pop, you'll be able to bank all that inside your house. But because you need the promotion and everything and you got a deal and you got to pay back the industry, that 90,000 that you just made ends up being like what? 3,000 probably if you didn't pay them up front first. So it's like, I feel like NFT is the future for artists to be able to make all the money that they can't make but by themselves. So that way, corporations and stuff like that, they would have to ask us, hey, can I have my brand on your work and stuff like that.
So do you feel like the era of starving artists is over?
I feel like it's going to be over. I feel like it has no choice but to be over because, like I said, the more people are born, the more the population is and the more your stuff isn't going to be variety anymore. It's like, how can I say? No, I'm not going to say that. Like, that's basically how I feel. Like, I feel like the corporations won't have control. We will have control as the people.
But when it costs like $200 to mint something, like doesn't that mean you have to have money in order?
Yeah,
to
but that's when
NFTs?
other stuff, like we're just in the starting period of NFTs. That's when other things like you can make NFTs for free and then have it be on some other cryptocurrency and then exchange that for the actual ETH, different things like that. So it's like that's why we're in the period where we're finding different ways to get our artwork out there so that marketplace can be for us and not for them. Are you following? Yeah. So.
Because I was gonna ask.
So like
if like TikTok was one of those tools. Like,
TikTok is definitely a tool you can use for that. TikTok is dope. Like TikTok is.
But you feel like it's more useful than like the other social medias?
Nah, I feel like all social medias take the same play. Like you can't do what you do on Twitter on Instagram. It's two different areas. I feel like all social media takes their own place. I feel like TikTok though gives a lot of creative freedom for different people that wants to create. I feel like that's what TikTok does because you don't have to curate things so in such a way because it's in such a new place, it's a new value market, and then anybody can hop on there and then end up being blown up in like a week. Like I've seen stuff like that happen before, so it's crazy. I feel like TikTok is definitely a great place to go
on. When it comes to like crypto, then I forgot. When it comes to like crypto, right, and NFTs, like, what is it about? What is it about that like you are drawn to?
Crypto and NFTs. I'm drawn to creative freedom. Like that's what I'm drawn to. Like to be able to work when I want to work and like put dope art, like actual like art that has details and stuff like in it, and be able to sell it to people and people to actually like it. Like for people who fucks with me, like yo, that's like creative freedom. Like yo, come and it all gets returned to me. And those NFTs you buy, you can make dividends off of it for the people who buys it. Like it's such a creative freedom place. That's why I love NFTs. Like it's pretty, especially people they don't like it because it's the new thing and nobody ever likes the new thing. But then by the time you end up liking the new thing, it's too late because it's already past you. It's one of those things. So it's like, it's different. I don't know how to explain it.
You like when with your NFTs you draw like you make them yourself or you just like buy them and sell them?
I make it myself or I come up with a design.
Like out of your comics?
For my comics, yeah, I come up with the design for my comics, the story and everything. And then I'll get like somebody who knows how to do like draw like a good comic book, let's say Marvel style or DC style, and then I'll get them to actually draw it and tell them like where I want the positioning to be, how I want the actors to come in or different things. Yeah. So basically, that's how I get my NFTs done. But when it comes to actually having NFTs, so like when I drop my NFTs, which people can find on my website, they'll also not only get the art, but also the merch or like a digital merch. So you ever been on Vivi? You ever Vivi?
What is it called?
A Vivi. So it's like where all the comic book NFTs go to. So like basically, I'm able to make this. If this was on my phone, I'm able to make it look like it's right here from my phone. In real life.
So like, what is it?
So like, let's say I need a comic book.
VR?
Yeah, VR, basically virtual reality. So I'll be able to do that with my comic books for people, or I would have the actual, not digital footprint, but actual like real paper footprints, which you can buy from my website also.
What comics do you have? Like, what's your comic about?
The comics that I have on VV is I got the new Heat. I already know how Tom Holland's gonna be like with Kraven the Hunter.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, for Spider-Man. So I already got like the Kraven the Hunter. I got about 2 uncommons, 1 rare, and 2 commons. So it's like I have those on there right now. Like I've been stacking them because I already know when he comes out with that, it's gonna go up in price. So.
Well, how do you feel about artists who don't approve of NFTs? Like they think that it's like a scam or it's like...
I feel like at first everything's a scam. I feel like for artists, they should... Like there's a way to scam anybody out of anything if something first comes out. Like it's just gonna happen. Like it happens throughout history. Like you see it. But when it comes to... I feel like artists should start looking at it as a marketplace. Like a place where they could put their art. Because when we curate it so much, like when all artists are on it, we're curating it in a way, then NFT is going to be something different than what it is now. So let's say I got art I want to post, you got art he wants to post, he has art he wants to post. We all putting it on a way where, okay, it's all part of our, it's basically another website. Like, oh, I can buy this. And like Kanye with the STEM players, when he released his music on the STEM players, that's basically an NFT. Like you had an actual STEM player that you could listen to his music. Yeah, it was on Apple about like a month later or somewhere. But you still, those people who actually fucked with Kanye, they had their
Did you buy
stem
one?
player.
Did you
I
buy
didn't
one
get
of
to. I didn't get to because that was the time I'm doing all this. This is what I'm
Would
investing
you
in.
have bought one?
Yeah, I would have because I would want like a stem player from Kanye. Like, not everybody's gonna have it either. Like,
Why?
Why? Because it's dope. It's dope to see the culture. It's dope to see like he's actually out here pushing. Like he did that. That was a risky, bold move, but he did that because he wanted to show other artists like, yo, you don't have to go to the labels. Like you can actually be out here. But he can only do that because he was at the statue he was at.
So what is that exactly? Like, it's just an MP3 player, isn't it? Like a
Yeah,
boombox or
it's
something?
but it's made in a way where
I mean, like a speaker.
It's the speaker's made in a way where it's a speaker that he actually came up with. It's made in a way where if I have it, it's like shoes. It's like Jordans, right? You love Jordans, right? So like you're gonna when you wear you want those specific type of Jordans, but you don't want Jordans that everybody else have. I have a stem player from Kanye. Not everybody has this.
I can see how it's useful for you because you direct.
Exactly, but it's also useful for any like people who want to make music.
Because the thing is, I was looking at it in his bio because that's the only thing is in his bio, and I said, oh, you know, like I was wondering where all his Yeezy stuff was.
Yeah,
all I see is a stem player, and I was thinking, why is he only selling this? And
because that's probably what he's focusing on at the time. When he's ready to focus on Yeezys, he's probably gonna focus on Yeezys. Like you probably see the thing for his Yeezys, but it's out there. You just gotta look for it.
No, I find it very interesting that your perspective on it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty, especially like I always push for artists to create a website so they can have their merch on there. So like they can make their own bread, their own money because they're pushing out this for their fans. They're pushing out this for people who support them, and that way they can support other like NFTs. If you buy one of my NFTs, I can create it in a way where anytime you sell it, I'm making money and you're making money, and then when they sell it, anybody who like push out the NFT is also making. It's like it's amazing for an artist. It's like it'll set you up for a nice long time. But you gotta find a way to figure it out and push it. That's all.
So when you find an NFT project, what makes you like you just on Discord just looking through them or?
Not actually go on OpenSea, but like OpenSea has like a lawsuit going against them right now.
For what? I don't know
It's a
about
Bored
it.
Ape Yacht Club. It's a whole thing right now. But like I try to look for like I said it's right now the open market's just now getting popular. So I try to look for different markets I could put it on. I can't give you a definite market, but right now I am focusing on OpenSea for that market. Like that's what I'm looking for. That's just the market I would like to start off at the moment.
But you're into art, right? Like
Yeah.
you're into drawing and painting and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Do you do commissions?
Yeah, I do commissions, but I'm mostly focusing on like what I got going on. So like my short films, like putting different artists. So let's say you have merch that you want on my short films, or you want to go ahead and like release that on my short films.
Is that what you're focused on?
Yeah, that's what my short films. That's where my focus.
No, I
on.
mean like selling merch through your short films.
Yeah, that in a in a way, so I can have an artist who wants to also have their music on the short film.
Like I mean, is that what motivates you to want to stay doing short films, like monetizing through that way?
No, that's my way of trying to help the culture and give people, like putting people's music and merch on my short films. That's my way of trying to get.
I'm not judging.
Other people.
I'm not judging, but I just really want to know.
No. That's my way of trying to get other people, so that way I can have your brand be awareness. Like me, I'm wearing like Nicole Zizi Studios right now. People who know Nicole Zizi Studios know she makes handbags, and they're pretty dope handbags. So that way I can give other people brand awareness. Like, oh, if you want brand awareness, I can put that for you. Like that's how
It's like product placement.
Product placement, basically. Like that's my gift to you from my short films that I'm trying to release and stuff like that. If you want to put it on there. If you like my short films, like that's my gift to you because I'm not only supporting you're not only supporting me, now I'm supporting you. So it's like it plays on both terms. And it's pretty nice.
Do you plan on having? All right. So how do you write your short films?
It depends. Sometimes I take notes. I leave notes inside my Apple iPhone. Sometimes I leave notes on my computer desk, and then when I'm ready to like curate the short film, put it together, I like take samples from those notes, like I have another short film coming up when it's called When Rent's Due. It has to do with what DeSantis is doing to Florida and how property tax is going up 25%. But that short film's coming out now. Not now, but like later on this month, like next month or this year coming out.
Yeah, I just saw that a post that said Florida, like Miami is like the least affordable city in the world.
Yeah,
or
so
America
that's
or
why
something.
so like that, and like people aren't paying attention. And my gift as an artist is to get people to pay attention through my art. So like that's what I want to do.
You make skits?
Yeah, I make skits. Yeah, I have a skit out right now with John Don. I'm coming out with other things with John Don, so it's pretty nice. So it's like I made a skit off of his music video. We have a music video of him coming out, so it's pretty nice.
What makes you? So are you making skits in the same time that you're making your short films?
Yeah, I'm actually doing everything at the same time, basically. But it's like little by little, and it all comes together.
So since you make beats, are you focused on making beats, or you just use that to like score?
I make
your
beats
films?
to just be able to, like be on this music spectrum when it comes to music, so I know how to curate it inside my short films. But if you really want to talk to people about making beats, and like the person who taught me how to make beats, his name is Dylan. You can see him on Dillville on Instagram. I'll let you guys know if you guys be able to sign. I'll put a link on there on my Instagram.
You make beats with Eli?
I make beats with Eli. I
Yeah,
actually
you
make
guys
music
collab?
with Eli. I also make music with Dill and Anamari, different people. I've done.
So you're more on that like Pharrell wave too, like that kind of like.
I just like making
Space.
art.
Yeah.
I just like making art. Like that's just what I love doing.
So do you put yourself in the box ever? Like, oh, I'm a filmmaker.
No, that's why I said I call myself an artist. I don't like calling myself a filmmaker or a rapper or different things. There's perks to calling yourself different things, because like an artist can't do what a rapper does. Like a rapper could go ahead and curse out on TV and stuff like that. That's what a rapper does. That's the box. But an artist wouldn't be able to do that because they're stuck in a different box. But I just like being called an artist because I do everything. I rap, I make films, I do.
What about Kanye?
Kanye's. I wouldn't say Kanye. I see Kanye as an artist, but I see Kanye as an OG at the same time. Like he has space to do what he wants to get it done. So I would say he's an American rapper, but I would say he's an American artist.
Do you want to be famous? Is that your goal?
My goal isn't fame. My goal is to do so much of what I love doing, where I'm at a point where I'm making money off of what I'm doing, and I can be able to give support, or anybody wants to support me, or if I can get some investors to help me out. Like my goal is to have fun. Like it's a playground. Like I have an EP coming out at the end of the year. It's called Playground, and that's basically what my goal is, just to have fun. Like it's a playground. Now, if I get famous with that, people want to stick that title on me, then it comes before it comes with, you feel me? But that's just like it is.
Why would you drop an EP?
Huh?
Why would you drop an EP?
Because I love music. I grew up in it. That's just and like all my friends say I'm good at rapping, so I just want to give it experimental. It's not something where I can go ahead and I can focus on. It's just something I'm just having fun with. I'm not taking it as seriously as I take film.
So I'm pretty sure I asked Eli this. I wanted to. What is the difference between like dropping an EP versus dropping a mixtape, an album, and a single? Like, what was the point of having a difference in those things?
A debut album shows an artist, well, for more, because I can be ignorant to certain things. Like I'm just now going to the music side of things, but for how I feel like a debut album is showing the world who you are. Like, yo, this is me. An EP is just giving a glimpse of an artist, or a mixtape is just giving a glimpse. But an album is like, yo, you get a video to come with that. You're showing the world who you actually like. It holds substance. An EP can hold substance too, but you're not gonna put what you would put on an album on an EP, or you can if you know how to play the game. But like it's like which one holds more weight. Like an album to me holds a lot of weight. That's why I'm like curating my album in such a way.
Say you have like 2,000 songs in the vault. Like, why would you drop an EP with like 3 songs?
Basically, those are the songs where I want people to hear that I really fuck with. But if I had 2,000 songs in the vault and I wanted to drop an album, I'll drop more like 10 songs.
Because the thing is, like, do you plan on dropping an album?
I do later on. Like
when you're famous?
More like when I want to stick to more like when I just want to have fun and like I'm done like doing film right now. I want to do music. I want to like put my friends on, like, yo, come up on this, like, let's do this. I just want to do music.
You ever think you could do like an album of your short films?
Yeah, I can. If I want to curate it that way, yeah, I can. I could definitely do that.
That'd be a cool idea.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, but
I can curate it, but yeah, I can do that.
'Cause the reason I'm asking,
It's also about getting the investors too. Like, so if anybody out there wants to invest, like, I'm down. Like, I already know, you know, I got my tax lady for me. Like, fuck with me. Like, but,
the thing is, like, when I do interviews, like, I'll interview artists who's not really that popping, and they'll tell me like, oh yeah, this is my like 5th album, and like, why do you have 5 albums out and you're not?
But those can also be artists who been in the music game for like a long time, who also like who's mature in their music journey. Like, that's just all depends on your journey at the same time.
But then like an artist will be like super big, and then they're like, oh, their first debut studio album, but it's like they're already famous.
That could be connections. That can be connections of.
So they didn't have any albums before that.
They could have music before. Like, I have a whole bunch of. I only have one song out, but I have like 10 songs that nobody's just stuck in the vote. Like 15 songs that's just stuck in the vote. But that's just my music journey at the time. It's all depending on your music journey, like how mature you are in your music journey. Because like, I should be like, even if you guys my dog over there, like, I should be having more music out. I should have been like more. But I'm stuck. I'm in my film bag right now. Like, I want to be in film, so it's like it's more. How mature are you and what subject you're doing? So like I can be, for an example, let's say I'm building a road. I'm not gonna have somebody who's been sitting there and just came out just the other day to build this road for me. I'm gonna have somebody who's mature and like knows what they're doing. Actually, that's basically the music journey. He's already matured in building his road, so he's gonna have albums out. Me, I'm not mature to build my music road yet, so I already don't have films in the vault. I'm just curating at the time. Not films, but music in the vault. I'm just curating at the time.
You use DaVinci?
Huh? DaVinci for what? Music?
For your films, like color grading?
Nah, for...
What do you use to color grade?
Color grade? Right now, I like investing in softwares that's coming out and like curating themselves. So right now, there's 2 softwares that I'm using.
Like, what is it, open source?
No, it's Filmora. That's a software that came out, and they're like every single day.
You know open sources, right?
I know open sources.
Okay.
It's Filmora and Final Cut. Those are the 2 things I use for it.
You don't like Adobe?
I do like Adobe, but like I didn't start off with Adobe. I started off with Filmora because I wanted to invest. But Final Cut, because a lot more filmmakers out here use Final Cut. Adobe, nah, I never started off using Adobe. I
was always adverse to Final Cut because I always felt like it was like iMovie, and like I first started on iMovie, and I felt like it was like, you know, like too.
Yeah, I like started off on iMovie, but that's when I was like a kid. Like but yeah.
I did my first music video on iMovie, and the thing is like, you know, I honestly I didn't like film like video editing at that time, but now I use Premiere, and I feel like it's because isn't that like the standard, right?
Yeah.
Because from what you're saying, you're making it seem like
I feel like the standard is whatever.
It's Final Cut. Is what
my standard is Final Cut because we can chop it up with Final Cut.
Yeah.
I know people who has Adobe, but Adobe's just not my thing.
Because it's important, like if you're gonna collab with someone, that they know how to use the same program.
Yeah, the same thing. So it's like more. I have a lot more people around me that uses Final Cut instead of Adobe, but I do have people who use Adobe. So it's like. I just like Final Cut more because Final Cut's like pretty nice. It's pretty chill. Like especially like when I just get done directing, and I have somebody who's gonna edit right next to me. I already know how Final Cut works, but especially when he knows how Final Cut works, and I'm just like, yo, I only know the basics. He can sit there and like, yo,
so
and I just tell him like how I want the edits, or like I go sit on my computer and I edit like certain things myself. And I have him do like certain fast edits and stuff like that.
You don't do your own edits? I
do my own edits, but it depends on what the artists want. Because there's some artists out there that just wants me for directing, and they have their own editor, and they have like somebody who can hold the camera, and I just direct everything. So when an artist end up paying somebody who they want to edit, it's nice where I know, oh, he's using Final Cut, so I can go ahead and do what I need to do on there, and to the film and everything, and I could just send it to him so he can do what he has to do because he's the editor and I'm just the director.
So what is the difference between a director and like a dude with a camera filming everything?
So a director can be a cameraman and a cameraman can be a director, but not all cameramen are directors. A director, they set up the scene, they get everything together, they set up like how everything's gonna go on during this film. Director sets almost everything up so they can like get the film done and like shoot the scene and be able to like do the colorings and how this is gonna look like, how that's gonna look like when that light's gonna flash. That's what us directors do. Cameramen, they hold the camera and they shoot the scenes in a photography way so it can look photogenic for the film. That's what the cameraman does. But the cameraman, not every cameraman is a director, and what I mean by that is that not every cameraman knows, oh, that needs to be done that way, that needs to be done that way, and this has to do this camera angle. But a cameraman knows how to shoot. A cameraman knows, the regular shooting ways, but like a director can put that sauce in it that needs to be done to make that film look like how it's supposed to look like.
Is it ever dangerous being a director, like filmmaker? Like, what's the most dangerous things that?
So there was this. I'm not gonna name the names. I'm not gonna like give any names out. I just like it's just a funny ass moment. So I was like doing a podcast event, and like it was like a time where I was just like, yo, this is lit. It was my first time moving out here. Not Miramar, some other city. I was like, this is lit, and then apparently there was a fight in the bathroom. And a girl comes out the bathroom with a gun in her hand, and her man's is mad, and like she's just shooting on the floor, and everybody, and like there's a glass window in front of me, and I'm just like, bro, like you can't see what's going on my side of the view. I can see everything that's going on out there, and like you can see, I'm just like, bro, I gotta get out of here, but I don't want to move too fast, and I want to make sure I stay ducked and covered just in case she feels like going insane. You feel me? So it's like, yo, this is crazy. Like, and all my equipment's out, like all my camera equipment's out, so I gotta put all that shit away. Make sure this lens is in there while she's going crazy outside there, and like, so it's like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is a crazy moment. So it's like, yeah, it can put you, like, filming in general can put you in crazy moments, but like, the more you keep doing this, the more like you learn like, oh, how to react during those crazy moments happen.
So did that make you like kind of want to quit?
Nah, this shit fun.
But, I mean,
Never,
like,
man.
Imagine you run out and then like people steal your stuff.
Shit happens, bro. Like, I know niggas who got robbed going to a different state. Like, like shit, but that should never suppress you to stop doing what you're doing. Like, that got you to a certain point where you would never, like, if you give up now, you could have been somewhere later on in life, but you never made it to that point because you gave up. You feel me? So it's like, that should never stop you. You feel me?
So, how is it being an artist and then like having a regular job?
It's hard. So out of all this artistry stuff, I'm a cook. I know how to cook. I'm a chef. I've chefed at different locations. It's pretty hard, bro. Like, cause you gotta work and you gotta make sure everything gets done. Like, I gotta be in Orlando tomorrow, Saturday, by the end of the night. You feel me? And I've been here for about 2 days now. And then I gotta hop right back to work and then do everything else I gotta do, curate like certain plans so I can do certain things, make my short film. So it's like it's pretty mind-boggling. But as long as you keep pushing forward, you'll eventually get it done.
What about those times when you're like in the middle of obligation and you're just feeling super inspired and you're like in a cage because you're just like, I really want to create right now? Man, pretty sure you get that. Man,
smoke a blunt, just get it done. Like, that's obviously how I feel, bro.
Like, because if you're in the kitchen, what are you gonna do? Like, take your phone out and start.
Oh no. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
Like those times when you're just like, you're busy, so you can't. But you
feel
like
get it done. Like, yo, I'm a cameraman. Like, I understand. Like, it's find a way, get it done, because it can end up being like one of the best moments you ever done in your life. And you wouldn't, like, that film that you just did, even if you had to do it with, like, the shittiest phone you had to, can end up taking you somewhere that you never thought because you had that film. So it's like, just get it done. You feel me? Like, just do it. Smoke a blunt, just do it. Like, Nike logo, you feel me? Like, Nike hat, you feel me? Just do it. Like, it's trust me, because it can end up leading you to lit moments of your life. It can end up leading you to very bad moments of your life. But that's just balance. That's really it.
You ever done psychedelics?
Fuck yeah.
You don't mind talking about them? Or?
Huh? Yeah, I don't mind talking about them. This is an open space to talk. Like, that's what I love about podcasts.
Yeah, I just want, because you do interviews, right?
Yeah, I do interviews.
So you know how it is when like, oh, can you say something?
Yeah, but I love the thing is, you have to ask. That's what you have to do because you never know what somebody else is on. So it's like you have to, like, you never know that person has a parole officer that's looking at them. Like, you just never know. So you have to ask. And I'm very thankful that you asked me if I want to talk about psychedelics because I'm down, but I probably couldn't. You feel me? So I'm thankful that you asked me that.
Yeah, no, sometimes it's like not even just like the questions. It's like, oh, I don't like how I look. And it's like, all right.
Man, fuck it. I look a different way tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new me, you feel me? I'm dressed a different way. And I'm just like, man, I'm out here. We lit. Like,
what was the time? Like, has anyone ever told you to take down your interview?
One person. 2 people. I had somebody tell me to take down a video, and I had somebody tell me to take down an interview. I had somebody who done an interview with me, but didn't want the interview posted. And you know, stuff happens. But I also work with a lot of people who respect my time, and who's like, oh, you know, I did ask you to be out here, and you did come. So like, just send me back half, or send me back this, or you don't gotta send me back anything at all. And I always make sure there's an open communication and an open like contact, so that way, if I ever feel like working with this person again, I can work with them in the future because shit does happen. Like I'm an artist. I make music. I do film. I make short films. I work with different actors. I've been on different television shows. It's like I know shit happens. Like that's just how. So yeah.
Well, was it like the highest you ever been?
Highest I've ever been. I'll say I was with my dog. I ain't gonna say no names. I don't know if he wants me to say his name. But we was in his room, and like we was like just tripping off of shrooms. But we were watching Adult Swim. And, like, we were watching it on this TV, right? And it was just these clowns inside a porta potty in the middle of nowhere. Just, like, and I was just sitting there. I was like, yo, that's the meaning of life right there. There's some crazy shit in the middle of nowhere. But I was just, like, high as shit. But, like, it's just funny to me. Like, but it's, like, it's mad entertaining. And it's, like, yo, you know the purpose of them making this. Like, it's mad entertaining. So it's, like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice.
You watch Tim and Eric?
Tim and Eric. I used to when I was younger. Right now I'm into Smiling Friends.
You ever watch Xavier?
Renegade
Renegade Angel?
No, I didn't really have TV growing up, so it's like I couldn't watch certain shows, and I didn't have a phone at the time.
That used to come on at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, you know what I did used to watch when I was younger, when I did have a TV and shit? It was called Blood Plus. Not many people know about that. It was an anime. Not many people know about that. But I was watching that, Blood Plus, when they had Full Metal Alchemist out on that shit.
You fuck with Full Metal Alchemist?
I fuck with Full Metal Alchemist.
Sure. Look, this is you seen Brotherhood or the regular one?
Yeah, I've seen Brotherhood.
The regular one?
And the regular one. I've seen both.
Which one do you like the most? This one is
shit.
It's Pride. It's Pride as the like homunculus.
I see it.
And then this one is what is it?
That's
the scars.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
The stone.
This is crazy.
And then this one is the monkey.
Actually, my album's basically based off of Full Metal Alchemist.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I had like this whole idea.
The Philosopher's Stone.
Nah, it's not. But
No, that's what it is.
I don't want to. I don't. Yes, I know.
I forgot.
But it's not. It's. I know. Like, I've been critiquing this album for like the longest. It's pretty nice.
What is it about? How is it about Full Metal Alchemist?
So it's the idea of God, but it's more so like the choices you make. I don't want to get too deep into it because I know there's people out there that'll steal your somebody. Like I made a beat one time, and literally like that same month, somebody filmed the same exact beat. So I'm like, I'm just not gonna put too much out there.
They made the same beat.
Almost made the same exact beat that I made. So it's like crazy. So I don't want to put too much out there. Like I now tell producers to delete my beat after showing them like, oh yeah, this is what I got going on and stuff like that. So I don't want to put too much out there. So it's like, it's basically based on Full Metal. But yeah, Full Metal Alchemist is lit. Like it's like that's my that was my shit growing up. There's so much deep meaning inside that shit. Like that was my shit growing up. It was that Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. Right now I'm on Dragon Ball Z. I read the manga. I'm up to date on mangas. Like I don't even wait for the episodes. I might just read the manga because I'd be so like,
on Super?
On Super, especially Super. Like people are still waiting for Attack on Titan to finish. I already know how that shit finishes. The manga finishes.
What season are you on?
I'm done with the manga. Like I'm not watching that season until it comes out because there's another season coming out. They're not finished with it yet. Obviously, I'm gonna watch it, but I just read the manga now. That's just what I do.
I like watching anime. I'm on the 4th season, but I don't know what's going on.
Just know it's not what you think it is.
Don't ruin it for me.
I'm not gonna ruin it for you. It's just not what you think it is. Like, and you'll understand once you get into the lore and like what's going on. I love lore. You'll understand it's not what you think it is.
Do you watch Anime High?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. I tried watching Fullmetal Alchemist. Attack on Titan High one time, and then I fell asleep. And I felt real bad because I forgot. I didn't know where I was.
You watch it on psychedelics?
No.
You should watch it on psychedelics.
I don't think I can handle that.
You're not gonna go sleep.
Bro.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty nice.
What's some stuff that you learn on your trips?
That life is built weird. It's at such a young age, people are conditioned in certain ways for no reason because of. It can be religious reasons. It could be different things, but like at the end of the day, we're all just human beings, and so we should all support each other in different. Like on my trips, I learned like life is built in a way where it's not working for the people, and it's more like the people working just to live, and it's like it's built weird, it's built different. But that's
you think it's supposed to be built like that?
I feel like the people should have control, and the government should just be like security, more like there's no reason why weed isn't recreational in every state. That's weird, like that. It's like the government literally put like the war on drugs. Like why? Why is niggas inside cells for weed charges? Like come on now. Like I feel like I understand. Like if you know, you know. Like but it's more like come on now. Like and now that everything is getting to the point where it's about to be, as a black young man and it's man we're able to like finally get our one up. They don't like that. It's like.
Do you feel like psychedelics are illegal for a reason?
Yeah, because it can make you think, and I think the way I see things, I think people in this world don't want you to think. They just want you to do what they tell you to do. So I feel like any drug that makes somebody think or like gives somebody an idea, that's why they were like, nah, let's cut that shit out. Nah, why are you doing that? It's just, but yeah.
That reminds me like when I was on, like allegedly on acid, it made me think like, damn, the government knows that I'm not like in the like the NPCs. You know?
Yeah.
It's like when you take it, you feel like that NPC life is like you're like out of it. You know, like you're like.
It's kind of like it's like that movie that just came out on was it on Netflix? It's about that one character that, like they're in a video game and there's just one character that's an NPC. Is it figuring out that he's an NPC, so he ends up just doing whatever the fuck he feels like.
What movie is that?
I forgot the name of it. I think it just came off Netflix. What's his name is on it? The guy who does Deadpool. He's the main character. Yeah, he's the main character for it.
Oh, Free Guy?
Free Guy. I think it's called Free Guy.
That's why it's called Free Guy?
I think that's why it's called Free Guy. I haven't watched it yet, but that's a dope concept. Like that's playing off of what you said.
Oh, my brother said it was bad.
It was?
That's what he said. So maybe
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have my own decision about it. I'm always into like seeing different things, even if something's bad. Like I'm into indie films. Like it's nice seeing something.
That's a good point because sometimes you want to make the best thing ever, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you know what? I'm just gonna make this, however it comes out.
Did I try to get my point across? That's how I am. Did I get my point across? Does it look visually? If they come out the way I feel like it should have came out. That's how I know when to post something or when to. Is it authentic to me? Like how I do things.
Like, do you ever see like movies that are like so bad? And you're like, how did they let this out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you look like you take yourself serious.
I do.
So
to an extent, yeah.
Do you ever see yourself making like some like weird like? What is it? Clowns in a porta potty or whatever? What was it?
But you see, I like shit like that. Like that shit. I like
Cause
experimental projects. Like I can enjoy an experimental project. Just be like, damn, this shit's ass because of whatever. Like nah, like get into the lore. Like see what's going on. Like there'll be certain shit, and you find out that until the end of the movie, like yo, there was a beast the whole time. Like she's stuck. Like there's a whatchamacallit in her ear that's controlling her the whole time. Like it's like yo, get into the lore. Like I love experimental projects. It's pretty nice.
when you start your films or like anything you're doing, like your comics too, do you start with exposition, or do you just like go like straight into like what's going on?
I start with like even in my comic books, I would have different things that actually happened in life, happen in that comic, just in my own way to like give off my creative history to have the next generations or any other generation that comes after me to be able to understand what's going on and be able to make the dots and the connections. So I do start with references. I do start with like a sheet before I go on, because I want to be able to build a world off of the type of world we're living now, but like my imagination of it that I would want to give off in that comic book. What if this happened or what if that happened? Like mostly like my comics is a big what if this happened and big stuff like that. But it's like I'm trying to get it into be the next Marvel, basically. The comic is called Thea Solomon. Her father's named Theodore. He comes from a different world. He ends up being on Earth because his uncle tried to do an uprising type of thing, and he ends up having a baby down here whose name is Thea Solomon. She goes and they end up killing her father because those people who came from the planet end up finding him. But they didn't know he had a little girl, and she ends up growing up in America and the U.S. But to be able to stop what's going on, like to be able to stop the people where he came from, the planet he came from finding her, he contaminates the water and give everybody like powers based on their DNA. So, and that's how Thea Solomon is born. She already had powers, but he was just waiting until like once her powers kicked in, he wanted to like cover her up. And what's the best way to cover up somebody who has superpowers in a regular world? You give everybody else superpowers.
So is that like the only one you're focused on, or you're
no, because the main reason why I'm focused on her is because she starts almost everybody else's stories. That's like her friend's story, the people that she's going to be meeting, and there's going to be other comic books off of them and stuff, different things like that. But that's it's going to be a while before I can keep like getting this pushed. Like I already got Thea Solomon's first comic being pushed out this year, but until I get like investors and different things, I can't push it out the way I'm trying to push it out, unless I save the money to get there. But it's gonna be, if it's just me doing this, it's coming, but it's gonna take time, and I love that. I love the fact that it takes time because it's all about the journey. You feel me? But I would love some investors so I can get this pushing.
Are you gonna animate it?
I was thinking about animating it, but nah. I just want to make it into a live action. That's how I first want to start into live action.
Oh,
probably a video game at first. So
you into like special effects and stuff?
Yeah, special effects, different things. You ever seen Riven Times 3? You ever seen like that My Hero Academia live action film?
They have one?
Yeah, they have. There's, but it's like more of a way if it was his version of My Hero Academia live action, like his own character and different things. And there's a live action film like that, and it's pretty dope. Like that's how I'm trying to get mine to be, but in a lot better way. For like, cause I'm trying to be like the next fucking Marvel, like Disney type shit. Like I'm trying to like be up there, like it's when it comes to that comic book shit and to the films I got creating and stuff like that.
So what does the top of that look like? Like describe it to me.
The top of what?
Like your industry, like where you're trying to go. Like you're trying to be the next Marvel, next.
The top of it look like. The top of it looks like.
Like what is it like when everything is like fully here? What does it look like?
It looks like me being able to support other people to also get fully there. So like that way we can like help better the community.
I mean, are you gonna be like the CEO where you have like no time to do anything except paperwork and business?
No. I'm still gonna be the director, the curator, this, the that. Like kind of like Tyler Perry, but more so. Like I like Tyler Perry's films. I feel like some of the stuff he does is outrageous. Like it's pretty funny. I feel like that's the purpose of it too.
You know what's funny about Tyler Perry, bro? I feel like I'm like biologically inclined to like laugh at his jokes. Sometimes like one of his movies will be on and they'll say like the stupidest thing ever, and for some reason I find it funny, but I know it's not funny. you ever feel that?
Because you support like that's it's like, you know, like yo, it's not young, but it's like yo, it's a man just like me who's out here creating his best. Even if it's not his best, he's out here creating to show support to the other community. It's like you can fuck with it. Like, that's why you laugh. Like, yo, I can fuck with this. Instead of seeing different things where people aren't supporting at all. Like, the whole... I don't want to get in touch with that, but it's like it's different. Like I can enjoy that. I can really enjoy this. Like it's a deeper meaning. It's the meaning within the meaning, and that's why you laugh. But you don't really. I guess you don't really notice you're laughing because of that. Like I found out that's why I laugh. I guess some people don't really notice like they laugh because of that.
I think one thing is that like I'm always watching like parodies and like people parody like I think the Boondocks parody like Tyler Perry, right? Mm-hmm. You watch the Boondocks?
Yeah, I love the Boondocks.
There was this one episode where he's like it was like the black bald guy and he's like talking to his wife. He's like, damn it, whatever his wife says, I'm black and the only thing I'm bald and the only thing I hate more than you is Jesus. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was like the funniest thing.
No, I know what you're talking about. I remember. I know the episode you're talking about.
Because he's like trying to.
You know what's my favorite meme from Boondocks?
What?
Did I just catch you having fun?
Oh, that's like I think that was. It's like that same energy.
Yeah.
Nigga, did I just catch you trying to be something?
But yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty.
Who's your favorite character in Boondocks?
Huey. Who else?
Okay.
That was my nigga. Like, come on, now.
Yeah.
Fucking love that nigga.
I always feel like my brother was Huey, and then I'm Riley.
Yeah, I felt like that too.
For real, your brother.
But I guess that's why I always found Huey. Like I have a stepbrother that just acts just like Huey. I'm not gonna say act, but like when we were younger, he was on like Huey level vibes. So, but I guess that's why I find Huey to be.
You know, it's funny. You got an afro and I got braids. I'm just like wearing hair now, so it's like Huey, Riley.
But yeah, it's pretty dope.
How hard is it like finding like actors to be in your stuff?
In Broward, it's pretty hard. I'd say I don't really see a lot of actors in Broward. I do, however, see a lot of actors in Orlando, which I'm based at the moment. There's a lot more actors, location managers, different things like that.
You're trying to move to like LA?
I'm trying to like be based at is Atlanta because I act on TV and everything. I can go back into doing that. But I want to be able to move to LA, go to New York, go to Florida, different things like travel. You know, put that in my business credit, different things. So it's like nice.
What would you say to like inspire an artist right now coming up?
Inspire an artist right now coming up. The grind, the hustle, the love of it. That's what inspires me. Getting able to meet new other people. Like I just met you. Like I see your page. Like it's pretty dope. Like
Thank you.
Like it's pretty nice. Like it's amazing. So it's like to be able to meet different people, to connect with different people, to be able to do collaborations with different people, sponsorship, to be able to do it. That's what inspires me. Like that's what inspires me.
Give me 5 things that you want to manifest by the end of this year.
And then this year,
yeah.
My NFTs, which I got coming out. When my NFT comes out, it's gonna have merch, printed tees, my comic book. You'll be able to get different things off of it. You can you can buy as many NFTs off of this one NFT you want to be able to obtain those merch and be able to read my comics and different things. So I have that coming out. Investors, more short films. More podcasting, because with my podcast I'm able to like connect different artists, like show and represent different artists that's just in the neighborhood. Like I would love to podcast somebody that's already up there on that level. Like I would love to podcast Lil Wayne, but like there's so many talented gems in the underground right now. Like Juke Too Accurate. I'm gonna shout them out right now. Like fuck that. Like there's so many artists out here who are like fucking crazy. Eli Hawkins, Kenji West, with her Likes Too Short Clothing, John Don, Dylan, Dillville, Anan Amari, Sasha Camille, Lena Rain, Cheeseburger, CJ, just different people. Different. Where is he?
What was your favorite interview that you did?
Wait 1 second. I want to make sure I get this man because this man's pretty dope. He's pretty dope. Juju Walker. He's talented people, and they're just here, but nobody wants to give them press because nobody knows these people. So I want to give them a platform to be able to be on there.
So do you feel like people deserve press just because they're doing something, or they deserve it because they're like deserve it?
I feel like it's a good question. I feel like if somebody's pushing something so hard and it's who they are, it's who they love to be, why not just like, I'm a creative. Who am I to tell another creative like, yo, you ain't shit? You feel me? Like, and then he can end up creating something the next day that's like the most creative thing in the world. So it's like it's more like giving love to people. Like I shouldn't have to feel. I don't feel obligated to give anybody love. You feel me? Like I just feel like that's a great thing to give somebody, especially somebody that's pushing their work out so hard. Like I would want to give them that. Like, yo, your shit's dope. Like it's like, especially with like the energy they give off. Like, yo, it's amazing. Like, who are you? Like I'm gonna get to know you. You feel me? Like it's pretty dope. Especially with your, like when I was like looking through your page, it's like, yo, you out here going to different events, going to different shows, meeting different people. Like you out here grinding. That's dope. I'm glad I met you. Like, like I hope we can collab sometime. Like do different things.
No,
So
I
it's like
appreciate that.
it's different. I don't know. It's just to love. That's basically how I do things. So I very do believe like you should push on love. Like I push P. I push positive. That's what I do.
Who was your favorite person you interviewed?
Favorite? I don't have a favorite. I feel like every time I'm interviewing someone or I'm meeting somebody, that moment right there is my favorite moment. That's just how I feel. Like I don't have a favorite. Like, oh, this is the favorite person I ever interviewed in my entire life. Like, no, that moment I'm having right there, that's my favorite moment because you're giving me the freedom to have that moment. So it's like, I don't know. It's I don't have a favorite person who I interviewed. I have favorite moments. One of my favorite moments was the interview I did, the podcasting I did for the Little Goddess show with Eli Hawkins. When I did the podcasting there, like, yo, we was like we was hanging off of like those chairs was hanging and everything. It was like nice. We was able to like relax, like be able to talk, there's different types of people around. Like that was a moment. Like it was lit. Like that was lit. Like yesterday with my dog Dillville, he was out here like playing on the piano and shit like that. That was a moment. Like life felt like a blur, but it was a moment that I loved having. Like it's pretty amazing. So yeah.
I saw that on your story. You playing the piano?
Yeah, that's my dog Dill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that boy saucy with it.
I had a really good question. I forgot it. Oh, who do you want to interview? Like who?
Different people. 12 people who wants to interview with me
Who
tomorrow.
do you want to interview? Who do you want to be in your films? And who would you want to make music with? Those three.
I would want to interview 12 He created this really dope space where artists can just go to and be able to express them freedom.
You want to interview? I'll hit him up. That's where I interviewed him at.
Oh well, I would want to do it, but I wait until the time's right. You feel me? Like life meets full circle. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like when we connect, we will connect. Like that's the type of vibe I'm on.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I mean, maybe that's how it's gonna do it.
It probably is. Like, probably is. I'm not going like diss it. You feel me? But I would love to. Like I would love that. But like that's just who I am. Like I like to wait until like me getting an interview with you. I got it through. Like Eli told me. Like he hit me up. He's like, yo, he's a dope interviewer. Like he does dope stuff. But like that only happened because like I'm now looking for an interviewer. Like I'm looking for somebody who can interview me, and he brought you up. And the time's right. You feel me? Like it's pretty nice. Thank you for thank you for interviewing me, having me on here.
That's no problem.
Yeah. So it's like, that's just the vibe I'm on. Like I'm just riding until like the connections meet, and for some reason they always do. Like so it's pretty lit. Like I'm just on that vibe.
I mean, it's pretty random that you want to interview 12 then.
No, it's mostly because so I used to like hang around this group called X Lace when I was in middle school. Like when they had meetings, I would be at the meetings. Technically, like they were like, "Oh, you're in X Lace," but like I was the kid. They were all in high school. Yeah, I had my art showcase and stuff like that. But it's pretty dope. But 12 was I wouldn't say he was part. I don't know if he was part of the group, but he was one of the people that was hanging around the group I was hanging with. So it's pretty nice to see that full circle happen, where I get to interview him and different things like that. And it's pretty nice to see that full circle happen. It's pretty nice. I love full circle moments. Somebody that you meet before that you end up meeting in the future and you end up collabing with. And you're like, oh, it's not a coincidence. So it's like, it's pretty dope. It's pretty nice. And like, especially what he got going on with, I've been in his store, I've been in like his events and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. He seems like somebody I would want to interview. He seems like somebody I would actually like want to be out there and interview. I have those moments for a lot of people, like Sasha Camille.
That's so funny. He talked about that too.
What?
I learned so much from him, like from his interview.
Uh.
Like you're making me realize, kind of like, I don't remember what we talked about in that. Did you watch the interview I did with him?
No, I did not. I've actually been off social media. Actually, I actually just downloaded Twitter and Instagram today.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, I don't even be on. Like, I try to stay away from social media because social media is doing this thing that they're doing right now before it changes, and I don't want to be any part of that. Like, it gives off negative. Like, you should never wake up in the morning and just look at social media because it'll kill your vibe. Like, I just stay off of it. But like when I do get up on there, I do, like, let's say I'm meeting with somebody, like I'm meeting with you, I do like do my research. I do like, oh, who's this person? Who's in the scene? Like, oh, this person's music is good. I love this person's music. Like different things. But yeah, I will check it out though. Now that I know you have an interview with him, I will check it out. Definitely check it out.
Right,
I'll post it.
His interview was really good. He said a lot of stuff I didn't expect.
Yeah.
He's real woke.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty dope. I would love to talk to him. I love to see things that I don't see. I love talking to people because I end up seeing things that I don't see, like especially with like the inflation and stuff like going up. Do you want to talk about what's going on in our government and our politics and stuff like that?
On the interview?
Yeah, right now. You want to talk about it?
Oh, I was about to end it. I mean, how long you think it's gonna be?
So I have.
If you can keep it short.
This is an hour long. Oh, my fault.
Yeah,
so I have with my short film coming out, When Rents Due. It's all about what's going on with DeSantis and with what they're doing with Disney and everything. How property tax is going up 25%. How they're taking away the black seats in the Congress in Florida. They just did it. His new map takes away almost all black people in Congress that has representation in the black communities. So like with property tax going up, inflation going up, when the recession hits, and people have all the power and nobody's out here to represent us, what's going on? You feel me? So that's basically what When Rents Do. My short film's coming. It's basically what it's supposed to be about. So it's like a lot of stuff is going on, and that's why I love talking to woke people because like I see things that I'm always down for seeing information or like different things I don't see because I can be ignorant to things. I don't know everything. I just know what I know. So that's why I was like I would love to talk to Swab, especially since you say you bring up woke conversation. I'd love to talk to this man. Like it's pretty dope.
Well, all right, real quick. How do you like make that connection between like what's going on now and like Rents Due?
So you'll be able to know. I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want to spoil it before it comes out. But you'll be able to know. It's basically in the black culture. I would say, fuck it. I'll say this. Fuck it. So in the community, right? You ever known people who would shoot guns out in the area just to be like, oh, why are you shooting a gun? Oh, you don't see the price of rent the other day, blah, 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 blah. You've seen stuff like that? So I'm saying, oh, well. That's basically where I'm coming from. It's going to have the way I'm curating the writing and stuff like that. You'll be able to make the connections between what DeSantis is doing to Florida. Like, DeSantis does some great things. Like, now you can't graduate high school. There was a bill signed the other day. You can't graduate high school until financial literacy. Like, he's done some great things, but right now he's doing a lot of bad things. And what he's doing can put a really bad major effect. And I just want to be able to show my artistic to be able to speak out with what he's doing. Like give people like a perceptive of what's going on in reality because they're all stuck on social media and not really doing anything because social media is just what the people want to be on right now. And it's just like, bro, like there's a lot of stuff going on that shouldn't be happening. I'm sorry, I know you're trying to end it.
Oh no, I was just looking at what's happening.
But yeah, that's really what I got going on.
No, definitely check it out. When are you dropping it?
It should be this year. It's gonna be I don't want to give like certain times out. It'll happen. You can best believe because I have people who are writing on me for this project, so I do have obligations to put out this short film. But it'll definitely come out. It's gonna be coming out before the end of the year. So you definitely be expect. It might come out next month, but it couldn't come out like 2 months from now. Different things, so it's gonna be pretty nice. I do have other short films coming out, like 3 other short films, but I definitely do have NFTs coming out. I definitely do have printed tees coming out. Action figures. I got a 3D printer. I'm buying other 3D printers, so it's pretty nice.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Where can I find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, UUILLIAM.K. It's 2 U's because it's the W, and I do W Productions, so it's pretty nice.
IDW?
It's 2 U's because it's a W, and I do W Productions. Like that's what my thing is. It's W Production.
Like when?
Like a W.
Oh, that's why you start all your
It's things with U's.
captions with
2
W.
U's because W.
Oh no, like in your captions, they always have a W.
Oh yeah, that's why. That's because everything I do and everything, the people I meet, they're all W's. But
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's it's lit. Like I'm just living off of a lit vibe. So it's yo, because I love when life makes a full circle. I love meeting people that I met in the past that's doing something great now. Like that's a W. It's not a coincidence that we met. That's a W moment right there. Especially the moments I be having. It's pretty dope.
For sure. So it's been 6 feet with the one and only UU, right?
It's W, but it's UUI. It's basically William K. Just call me William K.
William K. No, I don't know. I think that's a cool name, like UU, like Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, I love Yu Yu Hakusho. This shit's so dope. I used to have all the DVDs.
For real?
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
You watch Hunter x Hunter too?
Fuck yeah.
It's like the same.
Where are
person.
you without Hunter x Hunter?
I mean, I watched until Gon's dad was the end of after the Chimera arc.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can't wait till it comes back out. But apparently he wants to give the rest of the writing to the lady who made
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Nah, the lady who made the girl in blonde hair with the hearts. She has a blue skirt. It's another anime.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, the lady who he wants
for real?
to pass the writing to her or something.
Oh.
I've heard stuff like that.
I didn't like Sailor Moon.
Oh, you didn't?
I
It wasn't my thing too, but it was pretty lit. I liked the writing of it a little bit.
Because I remember I used to have to watch it before Dragon Ball Z.
Everybody was just waiting for Dragon Ball Z. I was waiting for Dragon Ball Z too. I love Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z. I just read the manga now. I don't really watch the anime anymore. Especially for One Piece. One Piece, I just read the manga. I'm up to date.
Alright, I'm in there right now.
All right.